time in the vain pursuit of this, that endeavor, to be high on hopes and illusions, to be high on hopes and illusions, to be high on hopes. Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this, that endeavor, to be high on hopes and illusions, to be high on hopes and illusions, to be high on hopes, be high on hopes. Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this, that endeavor, to be
Answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
Answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
Get ready. We got a few minutes. Well, a few is in one. Hold on. That was my damn music. It is. All right. Let me get my hat. Let's get started. All right. All right, let's get into it. Let's get this thing going. Hmm. Ooh, I need my soundboard. All right. Let's get this thing going. Everybody knows we are live. We are live. We are live. There it is. All right. Today's broadcast is directly addressing the economy, directly addressing these customers that you guys are going to be coming up against, and what exactly they're on. Because everybody, everybody's on some price conscious stuff right about now. All types of clientele is addressing prices. I have one I just started with. We didn't even get going yet, and the first conversation is about price. They're like, "Oh, I heard it's $1,000 anytime you do anything," and I'm like, "Yeah, you heard right." "Oh, I heard you're rude." I said, "Yep, I'm rude to those who are rude to me. I am not taking any disrespect. I match with what I'm getting. So if you're nice to me, I am going to be nice to you right back. You're respectful, I will be respectful to you. But if you want to try and throw around disrespect, I can more than match that one." So there's all kind of tricks and tactics these clientele are going to try to use. All types of things. Very important not to let that kind of stuff get to you. It's very important to understand that there's always another customer. It's always nice to keep the customers you got, but there's going to be times when you're going to need to cut. There's going to be times when you're going to need to trim. Yo, brother Frank, what's happening with you, brother? And don't tell me I got the wrong sizes. Oh. Hold on, let me see. Okay, I might have the size I need. I've got a Milwaukee kit here that was busted up, and I keep some of my spare tools in there. It used to be a fitting, a pack out that I use just for doing dishwashers. This is a template to install a stock kit. I just have all kind of stuff. If you're going to install a unit, and some of you are dibble-dabbling in installations. I'm sorry I'm moving around like that, but I'm trying to get this stuff together. It should come with one, but I keep that kind of stuff just in case. Just in case. So what I'm doing while I got you guys on the line, yeah, brother Frank, I'm just gonna take this, or try to take this unit apart. This belongs to a commercial dishwasher. But right about now, it is time for those that are hungry to eat. Everybody is short-staffed, especially right now. And in case you were wondering, oh, look what I got here. In case you were wondering, I don't know why that was in there. My name is Mike Reed. I'm a commercial appliance tech here in Houston, Texas, by way of Chicago. Ooh. And I am here twice a week to give you a broadcast about information on commercial appliances. That's salamanders, cheese melters, damn, my bad, cheese melters, griddles, grills, deep fryers, ovens, tilted skillets, dishwashers, washers, dryers, refrigerators, and my least favorite, damn, I gotta remember to hold this up, my least favorite, which is the damn walk-in. And of course, this time of year, we're gonna be getting hit with tons of walk-ins. So I went to introduce myself to one of my least favorite client. I actually get this customer by default, mainly because they're such a horrible client. No one else wants to work with them. No one else wants to work with them. It's like working for a gas station. It's like working for a gas station on steroids. What I'm doing is I'm disassembling this drain valve. Most, like 90% of commercial dishwashers you run into, they use a gravity drain. This particular unit operates by way of using the pump that washes the dishes. It then flushes that water through the diverter valve, and then it draws the water out. So that's why it has 3 different fittings. And this one should be for the, no, this one is for the drain. As for the drain, this is the valve that goes and recirculates and washes the top And this is the one hooked up directly to the pump. Oh yeah. Let's see if you can see in there. Yeah. So this plug opens up and lets the water out. Here we go. There we go. Magic time. So that's why it's called a diverter valve, because it then diverts the water out instead of back inside the unit. Sorry about that. Typically, I just order a new one. That's what I did the last 2 times I did this. But I've been running into an issue where it's been harder and harder and harder for me to acquire the necessary parts, which has made me come to the realization that I probably need to rebuild one or two of these so I can at least have it for backup. Not that I want to leave the customer with one, especially when they have all kind of rust and corrosion. Because the last one I had, it was leaking. It was working, but it was leaking. It was leaking like a sieve. So come to find out, this one, the motor seized up. It's only slightly leaking. And this kind of leads into cost and charges, and your customers' belief that you're expensive, even with even with you knowing what your competitors are charging. But these customers will try to pull it. They will very often try to play little manipulation tactics to try and get you to drop your price. I have a restaurant. It's now a restaurant. It started off as a cafe. They took off to the point where now it's a restaurant. And with this location, I have grown with them. I've actually installed the equipment at the bar, installed drainage, installed dishwashers, disassembled equipment so it could be installed. So it could be brought into the building and then reassembled again. And I also supply the consumables for this location. As a matter of fact, okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to install. It was better if I show you. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you what I'm getting ready to install for them. This is for the consumables in the back room. And this is used to make everything more efficient, more convenient. This is actually going to get mounted onto the wall above the mop sink. And the chemicals are actually going to reside inside the unit. Comes with everything that's needed. Well, I'm sorry, not everything. It's going to be missing. It's going to be missing about 1 or 2 things. So you hook up the unit to the mop sink. That gives it water. Water then comes in, and in these 4 positions, you're going to have chemicals stationed in each one. and then the water goes and dilutes the concentrated chemical to the proper ratio. Now, for the customer, this is a gift and a curse. The gift is now they don't have to worry about running to Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, Target, and buying a gallon of bleach. They don't have to worry about going and buying 409 and all that other bullshit, because that's supplied by me. They don't have to worry about the tabletop cleaners, sanitizing, wiping down the tables and sanitizing them. And so any particular chemical is going to be here. So anyway, so I'm gonna install this at one of my locations I've grown with. And during the last visit or so, one of the owners had an issue. They had an issue with the cost of service. Now I'm gonna tell you what I had an issue with the cost of service is because there were about 3 or more services wrapped up into this single bill. So you want to, and I knew it was going to be an issue. Never trust your customer when they say money's no object. That's always that's always bullshit. So they'll use a tactic where they say, yeah, we just want to pay one bill, just roll it. Nope, hell no, nope. I need separate bills, separate invoices. Especially if they were from separate departments. One was chemical, another is repair, and then yet again, another was a preventive maintenance service. And then we add those 3 together for one large bill. And customers like, oh, we got to bring these costs down. Whoa. So instead of me charging them 3 different service call fees, instead of me charging them 3 different travel charges, I was nice and I rolled it all into one, did the bill all at the same time for all 3. You can't keep getting away with it. And that's what the customer said. They said, hey man, this is too high. So to keep the peace, I made some concessions. But I told the you kind of tell whoever's the operations manager, second in command, head chef or whatever, hey look, from now on, you're only getting 1 item service per service call. If you need 2 things, you're gonna have to schedule 2 service calls. That's how we're gonna do it. It's gonna look like a smaller bill when you get your bills from me, but in actuality, it's gonna be higher and you're going to have slower service. Now, we've had this conversation. Now, a week later, now they want to add in another piece of equipment onto what I already handle for them on a quarterly and on a quarterly and on a monthly basis, because the chemicals are on a monthly basis, the PM is on a quarterly, and then of course I do the repairs at the location. So now they want me to put in PMs on an espresso machine, a Simonelli. Oh, let me show you. Let's see if I got this freaking model number. Let me see if I even have my damn keys. How are you guys doing this evening, by the way? All right, let me share the screen. Simonelli. It is a 2. Oh, there it is. All right. Aurelia, it is a wave. This is actually the unit. Now, if any of you have done work with espresso machines, this is not a fully automatic. This is a semi-automatic machine. They have not been performing the preventative maintenance on this damn piece of equipment. It is now at the point where it intermittently shuts off. Anyone know the reason why an espresso machine would intermittently turn itself off? Yo, what's up, Brother Frank? Anyone? 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 Oh, know the effects? So Brother Frank says, so Mike, they pay for the first and then you return for other issues. Yes. Yes, that's how it's going to be now. And we do this in this business, we do this in any number of ways. Mainly it's by delaying the return on the other items. Oh, that item, we won't get that part until, if it's Monday, we won't have that part until Wednesday, or I got to do this or I got to do that, so I'll be back for that one on Tuesday. So I'll get you done, and then as you knock those pieces off the board, you give them an invoice for each one. Give them an invoice. Normally you would give them an invoice for each one, if it's some strange customer. And I got another story. I got a story about that one too. If it's a new customer. But this is a pre-existing customer we've done a lot of work for, and now when the money gets funny, although their money is not that funny, but when the money gets funny, you have to change the way you do things. So now repairs are going to be put off. The completion on repairs are going to be put off. So when before we were saving them money, doing that, the customer does not appreciate when you save them money. They really, really don't. You try your best to save them some money, and they eventually end up stabbing you in the back. It is the scorpion and the frog. It's like, they're gonna do it. But you say, come on, man, hop on my back. I'm gonna take you on over there. And yeah, halfway across the waters, they go ahead and they sting you. And you go, man, why the hell did you do that? They go, hey, man, I was trying to save a couple dollars, man. Oh. So for some restaurants, that can actually be the beginning of the end. I actually have and I'm going through my ramblings, but I actually had this one guy. He was extremely cheap. He had 3 seafood restaurants at a time when everybody else in Houston is expanding their locations. He went from 3 down to 1. Service is the key to a restaurant's success. I repeat, service, having us provide the service, is the key to a restaurant being successful. That is just the facts. Too much of their revenue is eaten up by constantly buying new equipment. So what they end up having to, do is specify for that repair. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to put back on. That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's they can try and negotiate with the repair. They can't negotiate with a new item. Not unless they're a chain. You know, the chains, they get near cost on certain equipment. But yeah, they this guy ended up going down when they max tax was happening. You see, what ended up happening is quality of their food suffers, and that goes along with the espresso machine that you see on the screen. Just like with that seafood restaurant, they don't have refrigeration work done. They don't have the dishwasher service. Customers get dirty dishes. Food doesn't taste quite right. It doesn't taste as it should because it's been stored at 50, 60 degrees sometimes. Then it gets refrozen and then it gets cooked. And espresso, it really isn't much different. What you end up with the espresso machines, you get residual coffee grounds in there. It taints the water. So even when people ask for a cup of hot water, a tea of hot water and a slice of lemon, they taste that old coffee that had been floating around in that boiler inside that espresso machine. When they pull a shot, people taste that the coffee isn't quite right, which ends up with drinks being returned. And eventually, drinks having to be remade. The customer doesn't like the second drink either, but they're like, screw it. It's not the barista, or it's something else. I can ask for 3, 4 drinks. They're all going to have this weird taste to it. And what they end up doing is you don't have, with a restaurant, doesn't have the same volume of orders. And if they were decent restaurateurs, they would look at the numbers and they would see that, okay, we're having less and less espressos ordered every month, less and less duets, less and less cappuccinos, less and less macchiatos. And it's the same thing with the food. They go, okay, shrimp, the request for shrimp has been falling off the cliff. Well, could it be that your fridge is temping high? Like, I was just working on a freezer. So working on a freezer at an establishment this last day or two, and the young lady, well, she's not a young lady. The lady had the evaporator was completely frozen over on that freezer. It was in the 50s inside that freezer. What did she have in there? She had French fries in there. She had shrimp. She had tubes of sausage, all kind of stuff in a freezer that was at 50 degrees. She had hired an electrician to do the work on the freezer. The electrician was throwing everything, because this guy has no respect for what we do. And so he was throwing everything at this unit. And of course, because the controller was still giving a display of the time, of the temperature and what functions it was going through, he didn't think that anything would have been wrong with the controller. But he's an electrician. He didn't know how what the sequence operation was to it, or how any of that worked. Oh. But it took me to come in there and let them know what the real cost was going to be to fix the damn thing. And they still don't have any money. They still don't. How do you call out for a service technician and you don't have the money? The game plan with these restaurateurs is that they try to pump you for information and then dump you. No pause needed. They try to pump and dump you for information. They want you to tell them. And you new guys um, get so excited about finding out what's wrong with it, knowing what's wrong with it, and you just want to tell the whole damn world, bro. That's not the move. That's not the move. So what I do is I rename all the parts. I give them numbers. I have my own code system, like a controller will be a number 100. So a controller would be like, it's my last name. It's like REE. So REE 100. And let's say if I had a technician for me, working for me, then I would code that with the technician's information and then the same number. And this way I can keep track of it and know what general costs are. And somebody asks what that is, I could tell them, like, what it controls. But yeah, they try to pump and dump, brother. They try to pump and dump. So you gotta be careful. Now this particular client, this was an act of mercy. This was an act of mercy. And everything happened just the way I knew it would. The owner tries to get you outside. Oh, let's not talk about the cost here. Let's go outside. Let's go outside and talk about it. And it's like, oh God. Here we go. And this person wasn't Asian. They weren't Indian. They weren't Hispanic. They weren't white. So yeah, it's problems. Oh man, this thing is hard as hell to put back together. Woo, I don't know, man. I know I'm all over the place. Trust me, I'll get back to all of them. Playing around with the motor, this diverter valve, trying to see about putting it back together. This diverter valve motor is 100 and what the hell is it? Clean my hands. It's 100. All right, let me see. CMA drain valve motor. Oh, it's $100. It's $100 from, well, typically this is like All Points. Parts FE, All Points denies that this is a subsidiary of All Points. They use the All Points numbers. They're in Chicago. They're in Chicago, right by All Points. If not, we'll go over that later. I think that might even be All Points address. But anyway, so this is the motor. It's the motor that you see I got right here. This is the motor. And I have always just replaced this entire valve. Let me show you what the whole valve looks like. So this is the whole valve. Part Sound says it for $368. So you can see it even goes for $409. Oh no, that's something different. My bad. $368. Webster run is $293. Damn, I need a screwdriver. Oh well. So when I saw that I figured, I said, man, I should be able to just replace this damn motor in here, because that's all that's seized up. But I see now, yeah, it's I'm better off just charging the customer the $400 something bucks. And then once again, that's what leads to these, how are you going to have a bill that's going to be less than $1,000 when the damn part itself is damn near $500? Even when you include shipping, let's even think about the damn shipping. First of all, the customer always wants this stuff next day or 2-day air. Well, guess what? You're looking at a couple $100 right there. So if I even charge them $400 for the part, then another $200 for shipping, you already at $600. What do you think my service call fee is? What do you think my labor is going to be? So even trying to be nice to the customer, you're still, there it is. You're still going to end up in a situation where even having mercy, even showing pity, you're still going to be at $1,000. And that $1,000 isn't all yours. You've got to order the parts. You have to warranty the parts. You had to diagnose the damn equipment. And you can't be like Papito, where he's pointing at the damn drain switch and saying that's the problem. No, Papito. No, it is not the damn drain switch. So once again, the customer's like, oh man, that's high. Hey, look, man. Gas is $4 by my house. They're rebuilding the Walmart gas station. So while they're doing that, gas by my home is $4.19. Other places is $3, and other places around inside Houston, it's like $3.69, $3.65. But over by me, it's $4.19. Somebody got to pay for that. Even with me charging one way, you know what I'm saying? One way, 35 miles, and that's just to go from where I am to wherever the customer is. My competitors charge the mileage rate from the time the guy leaves one location to the time he gets to the customer's location. Then they charge the mileage and the hourly rate that the guy is driving from the customer's location to go get the part, whether it be on another technician's truck or whether they're going to the parts house, if the part is available, and all that gets billed. $1.50 a mile ain't gonna cut it. $1.50 a mile doesn't cover your brakes, doesn't cover cracks in the windshield, which I had one of those this week. Big ass rock flew up and cracked the windshield. It doesn't cover when the windshield wiper motors go out. It doesn't cover flat tires, brakes, flat tires, oil change, air filters, oil filters, cabin filters. That isn't supposed to come from your hourly rate. That is the vehicle. Your hourly rate pays for manpower. The mileage pays for the mileage put onto the vehicle. Customer has to pay for that. It's like, hey, I could show up in a scooter. I mean, you got to pay for that. Even if you showed up in an Uber, somebody's got to pay for that damn charge. It costs you to get somewhere. We have not gotten to the age of Star Trek and transporters and shit like that, where you could just beam yourself to where you're trying to go. We have legitimate costs that must be paid for by the customer. They're the ones that need the service. I tell them all the time, I didn't bring it to your place, mess up your equipment, and force you to call me. I had to come out here. I got to go ahead and take care of it. I mean, you're responsible for it, just like I am responsible for making sure that once I charge you, once I put parts into the equipment or clean the equipment, that it is now going to work. It is now going to be functional. So the minute you charge them $1,500 and then the damn machine goes back down, you know, hey, I'm on the hook for that. Oh, so it must be. Hmm. It's a lot of. It's a lot of. Well, you know what? That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this broadcast. Whether they know it, it's even worse. It's even worse that they know it, because now they are deliberately cheating you. It's worse that they know it because they are making an effort in robbing you. They're making an effort in removing your profitability. They're making an effort into hobbling you. So now when your battery goes out and you need to buy a new $250 battery, where the money at? Now when you need a new starter, where the money at? Those are things on you. That is something that should be coming from that mileage that you're charging, and you need to charge appropriately. So now I have to, one of my customers, they say, hey, just the same one that wants me to do this one. So now guess what? Hey, all right, so you want me to come down? You want me to come down a little bit on the mileage rate? I said, fine, I'll come down on the mileage rate, but guess what? I was only charging you for a one-time visit with the mileage. So when I left and had to come back and then bring the part, I didn't charge any mileage. I didn't charge them a return fee. I didn't charge them any of that. So guess what happens now? Now they have to pay for all of that. They got to pay for everything. Beat me up, Scotty. What up, Reed? I have that true hat as well. Oh, from class? Yeah, from the training from last year. Yeah, 89 Dr. Funk. Hey, man, thank you for chiming in, brother. Over there at the cloud watching. I had a feeling that you might be tuning in from time to time. But 89 Dr. Funk, I used to comment and talk to 89 Dr. Funk on Mike Sneed's channel when he would go live like twice a week. When he had his ABC boot camp, when he was doing that, and I used to tell guys about the different warranty service companies and stuff like that. So I'm glad you're here, 89 Dr. Funk. Good to see you. I've seen you comment to other places too, man. Nice to know you still out there, brother. I hope you're doing well. Did you ever like dip your toe? I know you went to the class, but did you ever like dip your toe on the commercial side of things? Since you was all gung ho on the residential side, I wanted to give you guys a little some diversity. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give you guys some diversity so that you can, if you wanted to pivot, or if you even wanted to add on ice machine cleaning or something like that, or add on dishwashers or even commercial laundry, that me doing this broadcast will be a possibility for you guys. So 89 Dr. Funk. So now you've been, what are you now, 7 years? 7 years into appliances, period. Not commercial, but just 7 years. If I can recollect correctly. Where we at, brother? Where we at?
Anyone know the effects?
That reminds me, the Simonelli. All right. Well, guess what? You know what? I'm just gonna. So this customer wants me. This customer wants me to do the PM on this $13,475 machine. That is before tax. That is before shipping. That is before delivery. That is before installation. You guys tell me in the comment section, what do you believe the right thing is to do for this customer with your logic? I already did not on the coffee machine. The coffee was already there. The cafe was already there. They built on the restaurant and a bar, and I was involved with that build out. I already do the chemicals and all that, and now they say I'm too high. Oh, you're 5 years in? Hey, Son of Knock. Yeah. Right, okay, so Son of Knock says you're 5 years in, and Dr. Funk should be 7. So that's what I was like, 7, almost 8. 89 Dr. Funk, if I remember correctly, was like one of the first, he was within the first wave over there with Mike Sneed. He was with the first wave. I remember the first video Mike did where he was telling guys that if he needed money and he was in a new city, that he would, go to a laundromat, do work and stuff like that. And I was in that chat. If you look at the replay on that, you'll see me in there. And I want to say I could have swore I saw Dr. Funk in there. But I'm glad he's here. So now I take care of the ice machines. I take care of the dishwashers. I take care of the refrigeration. I do the chemicals, all that. Oh, yeah. Untamed Kango, what's happening? Yo, man, good to see you, man. Elo's Appliance, yes. Yeah, I don't do a lot of stuff on Instagram anymore. I should. Untamed Kango, what's happening with you? Where's my bumper clot? Hold on, where's my bumper clot? Because I haven't done my bumper clot in a while.
Bumper clot. Mini bumper clot. Bumper clot. Lord have mercy. Bumper clot. Blood clot.
Dude, 89 Dr. Funk, you still haven't. Oh, okay. So did you ever call me? Like, are you like in North Carolina or like New Jersey or something like that? You're strictly residential and been in the game for about 6 years. Okay, 6 years. I'm off by a year, probably a little bit less than that. Yeah, bro. That bumper clot, that is a twisted bumper clot for a reason. That is it's the anti-bumper clot. It's that's the American black having fun with the bumper clot. The Ross clot, bumper clot, man. But 89 Dr. Funk, man. Yeah, I think you called me once. Like 2-3 years ago. Now, I've told you guys before, hey, look, you guys can go. There's a lot of stuff that you could do work outside of the 9 to 5. Hey, let me boost that light. Outside of the 9 to 5, you guys can do. Right, you were in the first wave. Yes, 89 Dr. Funk says he was in Mike Sneed's first wave. I remember. Yes. But there's like when I do Target and stuff like that, you do the units at Target. Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay. I think you had called me up. You knew that brother. Because no, that's not. That's the other one. That's Indiana. But that's all right. There's plenty of locations. Like you could do the Walmarts. You could do the Targets. A lot of those places, like they would prefer for you to come early in the morning, late in the evening. If you get certain accounts open, if you're just going to do ice machine cleaning, a lot of guys found this one out. If you're going to do ice machine cleaning, especially at the hotels are open 24 hours a day. A prime example of doing this stuff at an off hour is this freaking espresso machine. Oh, Son of Knock, you say this is your 4th year, full-time, ups and downs. Yes. Yes, it is ups and downs. It's very addictive. Yes, you're your own man. So today I was told, as if I didn't know, but today I was told that I was expensive and that I could be rude. And all of that is true. All of that is true. Now, the expensive part, that's all relative. If you want to compare me to some handyman, you want to compare me to some in-house maintenance guy, fine, I'm going to be expensive. But if you want to compare me to Tech 24, you want to compare me to a Partstown service company, Whaley, or Commercial Kitchens, or one of those, I'm going to be half, if not less than half. my bills are a joke compared to what they put out. You know what I'm saying? My stuff is a joke. And if any of you guys want to come on, as always, you guys are more than welcome. You guys are always welcome. But 89 Dr. Funk. Oh yeah, he's talking with Son of Knock. Brother, yeah, you can do ice machine cleaning in these hotels. Hotels range. You got your little sleazy motel, hotel, Holiday Inn, and you have all the way up to your very, very nice designer boutique hotels. And they all need ice machine cleaning. Even the ones that say they have a guy. Well, guess what? What happens when the guy gets sick? What happens when the guy is on vacation? What happens when the guy quits? Oh, they've had Carl working for them for 5 years. Well, guess what? Carl just got a $10,000 sign-on bonus with another place, more money, and better working conditions. He's gone. He's gone. Carl is gone. So now what? Now they're left without service. And that's where you come in. And that's what I like to tell these people. Sonana says, what's expensive is paying the big guys all that money, and the unit's still, the unit is still broke. Yes, that is a thing. I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna stay away from that. But yeah, that's the thing. The large companies are in such a desperate need that they gotta have butts in seats, right? They gotta have somebody behind that steering wheel because they've made a promise to a place with 5,000 locations. Just hypothetically, one place alone got 5,000 locations, and they have to provide service within 24 hours. How do you make that work? So they're in a predicament. They're in a coinkydink. I was trying to think of something funny to say like that, but they're in a predicament. So they're looking to hire any and everybody that has a driver's license, that could pass, maybe even pass a drug test. I don't even think they do drug tests. Who doesn't have too many DUIs? Somebody that can drive, they don't have too many DUIs, and that shows up to work, and they need them to go out. I was telling the story on, when did I go live? On Mondays. I was telling the story about how on Monday, one of the other service companies / distributors / dealer / leasing company, they send their guy out from Houston all the way to Virginia. They only got one guy, one dishwasher guy. They got to send him all the way from Houston all the way to Florida. The one dishwasher guy. And of course, we're here in Houston, so he automatically goes to Austin and stuff like that. Now, fun fact, they had 8. They once had 8 dishwasher technicians. Those 8 went bye-bye. They got sign-on bonus, they got more money, and they went to, I'll just say it, the lesser company. You're going to leave a top company that sells, distributes, leases equipment, and repairs equipment, and sells parts, and you're gonna leave that company to go join a company that only does service. They still make a lot of money. Like, man, what do they make? I think they make something like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20. No. Somewhere in the neighborhood of like 200 million on up. Damn, I want to show you the numbers, but then I would let everybody know who the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, it's crazy out there right now. It's crazy. Which leaves the opportunity for you and me. It's crazy out there right now, which means there's so much stuff that's left on the table. So many scraps. I hate to say it like that for us, but if you are a small company and you are 5 technicians or less, yeah, we have our, some main clients, but we basically deal with the scraps, to be honest with you. We deal with a lot of scraps. If you're dealing with gas stations, hey, Now that's a whole nother thing if you're doing the coffee machines, the espresso, the soda and all that stuff. But if you're the guy that's going out there working on the ice machine, if you're the guy working on the walk-in, the beer cave, and the occasional freezer that's in there, you're dealing with the rough customers. It's a rough one. Like I said before, I take care of a chain of liquor stores here. They have Invera and they have True. The other refrigeration that they have, I don't deal with. I go to Target, I go to Walmart. There's a lot of stuff, and so there's a lot of stuff out there. If you got 5 or more technicians out there, you can confidently take care of hotels, hospitals and stuff like that. And some of these places, you got to throw a ton of manpower at it to clean 30, 40 ice machines within record time. Every floor's got not every floor, every station has an ice machine. Every nursing station has an ice machine. All those ice machines have to be cleaned, sanitized. And yeah, if you have a number of guys, then boom, hey man, all hands on deck. 4 or 5 of us are gonna go, and we're gonna. All right, I'm on floor 1. We gonna work it like that. Everybody pick a floor and start with that floor, and then we'll move on to the next one. Because these clients want this stuff done as if there's no effort involved in doing any of this kind of work. And newsflash, there is a shit ton of effort involved in a lot of this stuff. Well, let me check my microphone, making sure. All right, damn, still at 100%. It's a lot to it. One of the chains that I do work for that told me I was expensive and told me that I was rude, they had a walk-in that was down. Well, not down. Half, partially down. Where's my damn phone? Now, You say, Mike, that's horrible. That's terrible that you would be mean to a customer. Some people are just, it's a cultural thing that they want to be dismissive towards you. It's a cultural thing that they want to aggressively renegotiate your invoices. I've been doing this too long. I know what my pricing is in relation to everybody else. And the fact that they want to be predatory, or unfair, or dismissive, it enrages me. Now, I've never put my hands on anybody. Come close. I've never put my hands on nobody. But they feel that the clients feel as if they can do whatever they want. Burger King, have it your way. Fun fact, they cannot. They cannot have it their way. Without us, the equipment doesn't work. This one client in particular, hey, the health department comes in, they shut you down. They shut you down. This one client in particular, I tell them, oh man, every time you come in, it's $1,000. Yes, it's $1,000 every time you see me. Get the fuck over it. It is what it is. You want to go with the other guys? Bend over, grab your ankles, because theirs is going to be 2 or 3 times my $1,000. And then I point to the stickers that they got all over the equipment. I go, yeah, they're gonna get you. They're gonna diddy you. See that? See that there? Ooh, do you see that there? Hold on one second. Let me get rid of that. Hold on. Brother Frank said, that's it. Yo, so this here. This here is an evaporator fan motor for a walk-in. Guess how old the walk-in is? Guess how old?
Anyone?
What have I been telling you guys?
Anyone?
Heatcraft. Heatcraft. This is actually a Bone unit. It's a Bone unit. Bone. And the geniuses covered up the cover. No, Brother Frank, take 35 years off of that. Then I want you to take another 6 months off of that. That's right. This unit is 6 months old. I like to do my customers, I like to grab them cradle to grave. So I get in there, and it is a hard sell. I understand that. It is a very hard sell. I am willing to fight through it. So this walk-in is 6 months old. I am willing to take the blows, right? Oh, you're expensive. All our stuff is new. Nana, boo boo. It's all new. Yeah, I know it's all new, but that's why I'm here. I do your stuff when it's warranty. The location is already 6 months old, which means that they're already halfway done with their warranty on virtually half the equipment in the establishment. In that restaurant, and that's in a Walmart, by the way, most of the equipment only comes with a 1-year warranty. This is commercial equipment. They're a little bit better. You can see the bone. And the geniuses covered up that section. So there you can see it says Golden Chick, and it says it's a Walmart. So I like to double up. I like to double it up. I know you guys don't have Golden Chick. It'll be coming to a city near you. So I'm able to go ahead and take care of some stuff in Walmart And then I'm able to take care of the restaurants in Walmart. But the geniuses, they did that. So now I gotta call this. I gotta call it in because the brackets. And I've been hearing. Hold on 1 second. What the hell is it? I've been hearing. There it is. I've been hearing that. Yeah, the brackets have been breaking and all this other stuff. I wish they wouldn't have put that damn cardboard up there. But they are Heatcraft is an hour ahead of me. So by the time we came to my attention that they actually did have a warranty issue, it was already a little too late for me to get a hold of them. They were already gone. I spent the entire time telling them, hey, I'm taking care of all your warranty stuff. Just give it to me. Whatever the hell you got this warranty, let me call it in. Let me go ahead and tackle it before that stuff is out of warranty. Because what I do is I'm able to gain. Yeah, it's new. I'm able to gain the customers' trust. I'm able to gain their loyalty. And I'm still going to get paid. Now, on the flip side, they kind of get used to you buzzing around the place and them not having to pay you. You're still getting paid. You're getting paid from the factory. You're not getting paid from them. And then so when you start hitting them with that bill, you start hitting them. They they're like, oh damn. That's when they start complaining. And when they start complaining is when I start to get I start to bristle up. I start to bristle up against them starting to push the issue. And it's starting out, you're going to be able to handle it a lot better than a person that's been doing this for a long time. We don't really take with that the negotiation stuff, take it as a sign of disrespect. But starting out, if you're within the first 5 to 10 years, you're not gonna like it, but you're gonna mix it up with them. You're gonna mix it up with them. You're gonna know if they're Asian, bring the bill up. If they're Indian, you got to bring the bill up. If they're African, you got to bring the bill up. And then to know how to bring it down to where you need it to have been in the first place. Now, for the rest of us that's been doing this a long time, man, sometimes I'll be honest with you, you just don't feel like it. You just say, hey, man, here's the bill. Here's what it is. Pay the freaking bill. And sometimes they lull us into this false sense of friendship. Like, oh, shit, well, they paid the last 3 bills. They didn't give me no drama. And all of a sudden they come with oh, my friend, the bill is too high. I've been talking to the investor. And you're like, oh, here we go with that bullshit. And it's that time that you didn't bring the bill up. So now you really fighting for it because you didn't put all of that meat on the bone. There wasn't, it's straight tenderism. The meat is off the bone. So you're like, hey, look, man, I can't do nothing for you because this is the bill. I need everything that's on here in order to make it work. You've been frying up food. You've been selling food. The drive-through is humping. Give me my damn money, man. And, it just ends up being fun times. Now, I will tell you, if you don't want to deal with some of that stuff, you can go with, you could deal with Panda Express. You could deal with oh my God, so many of other chains that they kind of break their stuff up into small chunks. Some of those might be more of a fit for you, especially if you got 2 or 3 guys. You got 2 or 3 guys, and you can run with some of those other ones. Because just like Son of Knock and everybody else was saying, hey man, I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. So when you're dealing with these large locations, they don't want you in there at 10 a.m. They want you in there at 8 before they open up at 11. So you got from 8 to 10:45 to get your ass in and get your ass out of there because they don't want you there from 11 until they freaking close. And like even then when they close, you got like an hour. You got like an hour to get in and get out. So when it's like that, that's fine. Now what I like about the chains that I have selected to do work for, yeah, they bitch, they cry, they moan. But I'm able to get in there whenever the hell I please. I'm able to get in there when I please. If I do want to show up at 8, they accommodate me. They're open. Some of them are going to start staying open till 2 a.m. Not the Walmart one, but if I do want to go in there and start working from midnight, like I used to watch Machismo TV, and I used to go ahead and do work in some of those restaurants from midnight until like 2:30. You know, they would close at 2, and then they'd be out of there about 2:30. And so I'd go in there, do the ice machines, do the air curtain above the drive-through window, warming lamps, deep fryer, Hatco heat saver, flavor saver, stuff like that. I would work on all kind of stuff late night and watch my favorites on YouTube, watch my favorite live shows. So, you know, once again, that works out for some of you guys working another job. Go with some of these locations that are open very late. They'll actually allow you to come in. If they're open till midnight, they'll allow you to come in there like 10 at night because they're still doing business, but they're not humping. And they're usually using skeleton crew. If they close at midnight, they open. I mean, they're like from 10 p.m. on, maybe like from 9:30 on. They let you get in there. You can do whatever you need to do with the ice machine and whatever other equipment you want to. They typically allow you to get in there if you got to do something really major. They'll let you start, and then they'll let you close up, right? So they're like, oh, you know, hit the keypad button, and then the alarm will turn on. You just push that door and walk on out. So that might be beneficial to some of you guys that are trying to come on in on the commercial side. You don't have tech support. Majority of tech support, 90% of tech support is going to be closed to you. But you can get in there with a number of parts and figure it out. You know, minus all that kind of stuff. Yo, so Brother Frank says, speaking of air curtains, where do you get those from? The actual air curtain? You can get those air curtains from Baker. Hold on a second. So you got Mars, you got Burn. Hold on, let me see. Baker Distribution. And thank you for chiming in, brother. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Granger. Granger got him. Oh, yeah, there's Mars. And Burner. That's what it is. Burner. Yep. Baker. Woo! Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So you can definitely go to Granger. So Granger actually carries both lines, Mars and Burner. Huh. I'm trying to see if I can find someone else. Ooh, Dayton. All right, let me see here, because I want to say, let's go with Baker Distribution. Let's see what Baker's got on there, and then I'll do my search from there. If you're ever looking for who sells what, call that manufacturer. Give them, or just go on their website. It's going to tell you who sells their stuff. But I'm fairly certain that Baker sells air curtains. Hold on. And I'm going to look for Mars. Oh, shoot. Wrong thing. Let me just type in air curtain. See what we got here. No, who the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I'm pretty sure Ferguson does. I'm pretty sure Ferguson sells air curtains. Let's see here. Yeah, we have so many suppliers, brother. Not curtain. God damn. Air curtains, man. Jesus, Ferguson. Hold on, Mars. Let's see what we got. Mars fans. I don't see any air curtains anywhere. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Mars air curtain. Mars air system. Oh, yeah, their learning center. Oh, I need to start including that. What is this? Accessories webinar? Oh, the door closers that nobody installs right. Woo, I'm always having to fix that. All right, so these are air curtains. So many. You will find them. Yeah, I love Mars. I love Mars air curtains. You'll find them above the entry and exit doorways. You'll find them above the serving window, the drive-through window. You might also find them at dock doors, above the roll-up doors. You might also find them in meat processing, butcher shops type of thing to keep the flies out. All right, so let me see here. Portal rep, locator rep. No sales rep. Flies. Speaking of flies. Damn. Let me go back. And yeah, you can always call them directly. Yeah, have any questions or concerns, you can always call them. I want to say Houston. Yeah, everything is coming up. Granger. So at least you know you can get it from Granger. But that leads me to believe that Johnston Supply. Because I know one of these guys. I know one of them sells it. There we go. Whoa, that's something I never heard of. All right, so and they got the curtain closer. All right. So they don't have Mars. What they had Johnstone, what they've got is Schwank. Huh. I don't know if that's Polish or German, but Schwank air curtain 208, single face, 60 inches. So they have air curtains at Johnstone. I knew one of them had it. I knew one of them had them. So what brands are they carrying? Low Pro Series air curtain. Oh, Mars. They are carrying. Johnstone does carry Mars. Thank you, because I had to. I knew somebody had Mars. Johnstone. Brand is Mars Air System. Because I have, bro. Speaking of rude and all that other stuff, man. Yeah, I've had some experiences with Burner, and I think I've had maybe one or two with Mars. Woo! Because reason why I say that is that these manufacturers ship everything out in like the one box. They everything has already been ordered, so it's not like what we just did where we're just randomly picking something out. This stuff has been purchased. This stuff has been designed with an architect. So it's not like somebody's like, you know what? I think I'll put an air curtain right there. It's usually when they've done the build out or when they restructure the property to handle the new equipment, to handle the new layout. An architect is brought in. Some of these kitchen design specialists are brought in. And then they say, okay, we're going to put in Mars, we're going to Burner, we're going to put that in there. And that is, at that point, is when they spec out which one, and if it's going to have a door closer or not, or if you actually have to turn the freaking dial. It's very easy for the installers to just not put on the door switch and just switch the damn fan off. And so when they do the startup, when we go to the location, we do the damn startup, we turn the fan on. Okay, it works. We turn it off. And if you're the one like me and you got these locations from cradle to grave, they go, hey, I worked at the other location in Sheboygan, or I worked in the other location up the street, and the air curtain comes on every time you open and close the door. Oh, okay. Well, let me call up. And you call up, and they're like, oh, we shipped it out. Like, hey, whoa. There's nothing that says if these things are manually switched or if they purchased it with the accessory, which is the door closer. Oh man, fun times. The things we actually go through. It's always fun. And then you go, hey, look, man, this thing don't have a door closer, because you actually get that way too. You go, okay, there's no door closer on this. Let me call them. And then you call up the factory, and they chew your head off again. They go, hey, they didn't order these with a door closer. I'm telling you, man, you can't win. You cannot win. You cannot win on these situations. So I test it, make sure the damn thing works, make sure it's the right voltage, and I write it down, air curtain manually, switches on and off, no door switch found, and just leave it like that. That's up to y'all. Fun times. But yeah, Brother Frank, so you're in Texas with me. Johnstone, not Johnson, but Johnstone Supply has Mars and some other off-brand shit. Oh, I saw Cadobo Express. When I went to that Walmart and that chicken restaurant, the one that has the walk-in that's only got one blower and the guy thinks that everything is fine. Across the street from there, I used to take care of the Five Guys. And now the Five Guys is gone. And in its place is, believe it or not, a freaking Qdoba. What the fuck? What the hell? Who in the hell who is doing this? Who put their money down for that? Qdoba. Qdoba. Oh, who is doing this? Who said, yeah, I'm going to take my life savings and I'm going to throw it into a fake ass Chipotle? Mexican Eats, Mexican restaurants and catering. Qdoba Mexican Eats is a Mexican restaurant and caterer offering customizable, flavorful food. Plus, add queso and guac for free on any entree. Take that, Chipotle. We're giving away an item that costs more than the protein. Take that. Take that. We're gonna slaughter Starbucks. Chipotle. Now kill the beast while he's wounded. Type shit. All right, so, and I was there, and I didn't even have the urge to even go in there. I was hungry. I didn't have the urge to go. Not to even see how they changed it from what it used to be. Because Five Guys dogs locations like nobody else. I swear. Five Guys need to be brought up on charges. Crimes against restaurant kind, right? All right, with Denver. Yep, Denver. Qdoba's in Denver. Rocky Mountain High. Oh no! CU Denver is closed? Oh, St. A so. 15th and Market, Colfax, and Chimera? What? Why are you naming your streets Chimera? What? Who does that? Was that? I don't know why they would do that. Colorado and Mississippi, 40th and Colorado. Let's see if it's Baltimore. Let's see what we got here. With Baltimore. Come on, man. We got a show to run here. Come on. Dude. Even Qdoba is even scared to type in Baltimore, Maryland. That's crazy. All right, let me just do the MD. That's not the MD I wanted. All right, yeah, that's the MD I wanted. So Qdoba is there. Wagyu Chapel. What is with these names? Severna Park. Yeah, Severna Park. Tech. Dobby wants his sock back. Richie. Oh no! U.S. House of Representatives is closed. Oh, maybe when the House is back in session. But there you go. You got Qdoba. People. What the hell is a 5GS? It was not. Yep, I had to do work at 5. Oh, Five Guys. That's right. Dude, why does nobody like Five Guys? Okay. besides the employees being rude, ghetto, pushy, ignorant, dirty, besides the managers being rude, pushy, and impatient, and the place being slip and fall hazard, and they don't want you to come in there. They don't want you in there past 10:45 a.m. and they don't want you there before, what is it, 10 p.m. or 9 p.m.? Besides that, it's a wonderful establishment. It's a wonderful establishment that believes in repair over replace. The Marshall Air French fry warmers dude, they are RoboCops. They are built and rebuilt. They are Lee Majors. We can rebuild them, bruh. Everything in a Five Guys is typically original to that location opening. So when you get a Five Guys, oh, you got something special. Oh, you got something special. Now, there's an off chance that they might change a griddle. That, in my opinion, that has been very rare. I was around when they went from when they tried Vulcan, or was it Wolf? Maybe it was both of those. But for whatever reason, some of the locations here in Houston were not Magic Kitchen griddles. They were Vulcan, I think. But yeah, man, besides that, and besides the usual grease fires that happen on the Pitco Solstice fryers, besides the usual plugs burning at the wall, I actually didn't quite mind Five Guys. The ones I had, the ones I was taking care of, they were all gone. The ones by the Galleria Mall here in Houston, it was an Indian guy who was running that, but he was real cool. He used to feed me. He had 2 Hoshizaki ice machines. He had his Magic Kitchen griddles, but he was cool. I don't know. I think he might have been pocketing the money because he was really nice. He was really nice to me. So I don't know if whatever bill I was giving him, he was then turning around and patting the bill. I don't know what the hell he was doing. But whatever it was, he was so happy to see me every time I came. Every time I showed up to this place, we were like, oh, me and my Punjabi friend. He was like, oh, my brother. And I was like, oh, my Ganges brother. What's happening? So, but Five Guys had some financial issues, and they closed a number of establishments. Let's see here. But back to Cadobo, because yeah, I'm all over the place. Ask your damn questions. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Chicago. So I can't remember if Cadobo didn't make it. Oh, okay. So they still went with downtown. Corner of Van Buren and South Wells. Who here is up on their matrix? LaSalle and Washington. Who here is up on their matrix lore? Diversey and Sheffield, so that's way up north. Sheffield, so that should actually be by Lakeshore Drive. Diversey. I used to date this chick up there. Elmhurst. Oh man, and then my uncle. One of my favorite uncles. He used to live up that way. I could always run into him up there. South Wheaton. Damn, we just immediately jumped from the north side of Chicago, downtown Chicago, all the way to freaking Wheaton. Butterfield, which is 22nd out that way. And Lake Geneva. Oh, that's Wheaton still. So that is okay. Because I thought that Cadobo didn't make it in Chicago. So I see now that somebody put 3 in the suburbs and they got 3 downtown, essentially. We're just going to chop up the north side and just say that's downtown. So what we got here on Tankango says there was a fire at Sawgrass. Oh my God. Oh no, not the Charlie Philly cheesesteaks. No. 4 days ago, looks like a ruptured flex gas spot. Oh no. Because yes, Charlie cheesesteak is a horrific offender. They have really gravitated toward the Indians. The Indian population is looking for something better than Subway, not as financially oppressive as laundromat, not as financially oppressive as a gas station. So Charlie cheesesteak is the answer that they think to their Vishnu Rama prayers. Website on Charlie's Cheese. So, fun fact: Charlie Cheesesteak is also trying to work their way into Walmart's. The problem with that is the rent. The rent is so damn high. It's not really working out for them. What some restaurant owners are doing is that they are operating Charlie cheesesteaks just outside of Walmart in a standalone structure. Woo! In Hyde Park, is it? I used to live on. Oh, that's Kenwood. Hyde Park is down here. I used to live on 53rd and Cornell. There's 53rd. And this should be Cornell, or that's Cornell. Yep, 53rd and Cornell. I used to live right there. And there is Lakeshore Drive. That is the water. I almost called it a damn ocean. So right there by the University of Chicago. All of that is down here. Anyway, so Charlie cheesesteak, Kimball and Melrose. Wings are available now. See, they're doing wings. Could be another reason why the damn gas line. Kabiru, what is up, man? What is up? Samuel says, hi, Mike. Why do some manufacturers ask for resale certificates when you try to sign up with them? Well, Kabiru, I didn't explain to all of y'all. You are selling. You're selling parts, Kabiru. So the manufacturers do not deal with resale tax. They only do B2B. So they're not selling their equipment, they're not selling their parts to the end user. They sell their parts, they sell their equipment to you and I. They sell their parts to Partstown, to All Points. They sell their equipment to distributors like Trimark. And then we charge the customer the sales tax. So now instead of, let's just say it's Globe, instead of Globe paying sales tax to Washington State, Florida State, Illinois, Texas, they pay nothing. They pay no resale tax because they are not the end user. The end user, when it comes to parts, you are charging the customer. So you charge the customer for your service call, charge them for your mileage, charge them for whatever your drive time is. You charge them for the part. You charge them sales tax on the part. You charge them labor. There is no sales tax on labor. Charge them labor. And then you wrap that up. I mean, there might be shipping fees that you charge. There's no sales tax on shipping fees, but you put that in there. So the manufacturers do not sell to the end user. Oh man, I need a user thing. Oh man, I need one. Yep. Oh well. So that's what that's all about.
Greed and panic.
That's what that's all about. So they don't want to have to deal with BDO. They don't want to have to deal with Accenture. They don't want to have to deal with a whole accounting firm to handle sales tax from freaking 800 clients. No, because that's part of this drama that we're going through, is that the manufacturers said, hey, instead of us dealing with 3,000 service companies, let's just deal with 50. We'll deal with Partstown and their freaking service companies. We'll deal with Tech24 and their people. We'll deal with John Brown and his service company, and then like 300 like him, and be done with it. And be done. So they thought it would be a lot easier just to do everything B2B, corporate America style, and it has caused. I mean, they're not solely to blame, but it has caused this deficit in service tax. But yeah, Kabiru, that's why people want this. Like, hey man, give us your resale certificate, because we don't want to have to deal with all this bullshit. Whether it's parts or the actual equipment, it makes them know never mind. Okay, Kabiru, they don't discern whether it's the part, whether it's a circulation pump on an ice machine, or the actual ice machine. They don't give a shit. It's all getting shipped out. You got to pay for the shipping. You got to pay for the sales tax when you sell it. So guess what? If you have it and you never sell it, the state doesn't get sales tax. It's just your stock item. I got compressors on top of compressors on top of compressors. So I've been sitting on this for years. So until I sell it, see, it's got cobwebs on it. That's crazy for the summertime. So I'm the one responsible for the sales tax on that. The manufacturer I bought it from, they don't have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about any sales tax. So it could be a rule. Long story short, that's why they push that responsibility on you. And technically, it's wherever the buck stops. So wherever the last transaction takes place, that is the party responsible for collecting sales tax. All right. And the more you know. Da, 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 da. And learning is half the battle. Yo, Joe. So, and with that, how long have we been on here? Almost 2 hours? Yeah. I'm a little heat. Had my day. Well, probably I was on a little earlier. But with that, is there anything else you guys wanted me to cover? Anything else? Oh shit, Cermak in Harlem? They got a what's the name? It's probably in the damn mall. It's probably in the mall. Okay, so see, this is perfect. They don't open up until 10, but Charlie Cheesesteak, you can work in Charlie Cheesesteak. In my experience, I could work in them anytime, never been a problem. But yeah, they don't open up until 10 and they don't close until 11. Now, if they're in the mall, which that one probably was in the mall, ooh, that one closed at midnight. That's Cicero. Cicero and 50th. So since they close at midnight, yeah, they probably have no problem with you getting in there at like 10 p.m., working from 10 to 1. So you got from like 10 to 1 to work at that location. And this is Charlie Cheesesteak. So Charlie Cheesesteak is trying to grow like crazy. This guy, he is throwing, he's signing up locations like Chinese throwing stars. He's signing up franchisees like crazy. Oh, all right. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, Broadview. Okay. So this is a standalone. Damn, deliveries until 11. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So if you're working 9 to 5, you can get into this place at like 8 p.m. Yeah, like 7 or 8. The reason why I say 7 or 8 is like that's after the dinner rush. That's after the dinner rush. So you can get in there and do what you got to do. You know, they typically are not going to have an issue. And it's, especially if it's something like what I got to do, like, oh, that's not a Charlie Cheesesteak, but especially if it's like a walk-in or something like that, yeah, that's really got nothing to do with their day-to-day operations. Oh, by the airport, by O'Hare, Fashion Outlet Mall. You know, that's why that closes so early, because this is inside the mall. So my advice would be that if you're working a 9 to 5, stay away from them damn mall locations, because a lot of restrictions with getting in there, and then the time that you got to work on them damn mall locations. It is a pain in the ass. And with that, I'd like to thank L to the. He donated to the last show. Damn, I need to do new videos for all the new people. L to the donated last show. L to the genius. And to all the rest of you that have contributed to the show, I do appreciate you. And with that, we are going to wrap this thing up. And don't be afraid to ask any type of questions in the comment section. Those come to me. As soon as you hit send or save, it comes to me like a two-way pager back in 1994. Catch you later. Remove this and see what I'm going to leave you with. See what we got here. Oh,
yes, indeed, programs. Your liberator, your luminary, your leader, the one who vanquished the tyranny of the usual before.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be hot.
Let's talk about something important. Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway. Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy.
Out there is our victory! Out there!
In case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
We are same, but different, but still same. Ha ha.